Hello, everyone. I think here we have David and Michael. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, Michael. Hey, David. How are you?
Fine, you?
Good. Yeah. Emir. Yeah. Genadi is online. I sent him the link, but he still didn't check.
Right.
I don't know why. Even
I
though
have a special guest with me as well. So
who is that? Corey?
you'll see just 1 second. You'll see.
I know. Lars with you.
Yeah, he's here
I think because
training.
we saw Emir öbür şarj aleti geçsene şey. Yeah. Hello, Lars. How are you?
Hello, Engine. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Good. I see that you guys are training. I'm happy to see you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. He's
Yeah.
motivated me. I look around, I see how ripped he is. I'm like, I got to work out harder. I mean,
Yeah.
He works harder than me for the important things for arm wrestling, so I'm here to learn.
Yeah. Anyway, so what to do about the Genadi? He's online, David, but
Yeah, maybe we'll wait for 5 minutes.
okay.
If he will not contact us, I will turn off the meeting and I will try to call him.
Okay. However you say. How is everything, Michael?
good, man. Good. I'm feeling better. You know, I had the diverticulitis and it didn't necessarily make me weak, but I had to do 10 days of antibiotics. So I lost like 10, 12 pounds. And then I actually found out I've got GERD, which is like a gastrointestinal reflux disease thing. So I got medication yesterday for that. So within about a week, I should be able to start eating again, like more food. So, but my strength is good. Like I'm still strong. So that's good.
Yeah. And you will have another 3 weeks. And
Yeah. I mean, so we leave. We're heading over on the 26th. We're going over for a couple of days, and we'll be to you on the 7th, 8th, 9th. So we'll be to you by the 29th. You know, because I wanted to get to Europe earlier this time so that I could acclimate and get the so I don't have any jet lag. Because normally we come over like on a Wednesday or a Thursday and then compete on Saturday. So I wanted to get to Europe at least sooner this time, so that hopefully I don't have any jet lag or anything. But yeah, I got time. I'm just light right now. So like my evening weight is like 290, where it was over 300. But
okay, when was this? 300?
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I mean, every day for like
What
every
are
day
you
for
now?
like 10 days.
What are you now?
290.
290. Yeah, you will be over 300 again if you wanted, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel good though. Like I really do. I feel good at this weight. So I'm probably the same weight now that I left here when I went to go pull Camille. So when I get back, I mean, like once I'm over this medication and I can start eating, like it's funny because Lars is like, because he was eating so much more food than me, but I can't eat large portions right now. I got to eat smaller portions. So in about a week, I'll be able to start upping my intake, and I think I'll probably I figure I'll weigh in right around 300 is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And how about you, Lars? You look lighter when you are around Michael. Last time you guys were the same weight. You guys pull 115 or 105? What was it? 115.
115.
115.
Yeah.
And what are you now, Lars?
I think I'm approximately the same. Yeah.
115, and the Michael is
132.
Yeah, 132. Yeah. And how are you doing, David?
105. What was the 115? 115.
You training, David?
I feel great at training hard. I think harder than early. I have no idea why, but like I think so. At the time, like I will take more pleasure from the training. So I think so. I will be. I'm planning to compete in the WAF. First of all, I will compete on the Georgia National Championship because I didn't compete there for 5 years, so I have no idea what is my level. to the connecting the athletes to compete in the WAF. So I will on the Georgian National Championships, and after that.
So next year you're gonna compete nationals, Europeans, and worlds.
Yeah. First of all, I must win the Georgian National Championships to.
Because but that's the goal right now. Okay.
Yeah, this is the goal because it was the goal because to be true, I don't have the gold medal, and I'm not European champion, and I'm not the world champion. So I always knew that I will back there to take it, to try to take them and win this. So I will just check now at my level.
Maybe David, maybe like Genadi is online on Messenger. I'm calling him, he's not answering. I send him the link, he doesn't check. Okay. Maybe you go and come back. Maybe you reach him out because
I will turn off and I will try.
And I will back go ahead. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Michael, how did you like the gauntlet?
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, that's is that going to be for every weight class?
We haven't decided right now. I'm gonna do it for the overall right arm, overall left arm, and then this is not gonna be like the legacy hammer, but it is only for the East versus West. It's not like forever 150 years or something, but this is gonna be golden coated, real gold coated, and
what, real gold coated?
No, outside how do you say
wow, that's okay.
Coating,
that's great.
How do you call it? Coating, you call?
Yeah, I mean 24. I mean, like gold coated. I guess I don't know. I mean,
gold coated. Yeah,
I thought it was just. Yeah, that's expensive. That's nice. Yeah.
That is expensive. I think it's gonna cost me each of them around $5,000.
Oh my God.
But it is worth, arm wrestlers.
Listen, that's awesome. Me, I love trophies, but I mean, so think about that. If it's for the overall right and overall left, you know how hard it's going to be to get your hands on that thing?
Baba, I will tell you something. This is not going to be like you win it and then you take it home forever.
No, I know. Yeah.
Baba, we should still put something like somehow, if you defend like 12 times, because it's like very, very hard.
12 times defenses, yeah.
Like whenever I said 12 times, who comes to your mind, for me, like directly David Samusha,
Right.
He already won nine of them,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, Morozov won 4 left arm titles. Yeah, so we're gonna make it not impossible, but very near impossible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just think about it. The right hand. Like, obviously, I want to eventually be able to beat Levon. That's my goal. Yeah. But we all understand how big of a goal that is. Almost impossible of a goal that is, right? So. Yeah. It's exciting. It just gives you that little bit extra motivation. You know what I mean?
But is it still exciting if you just think that like somehow like it's very, very hard it to be yours permanently, but still to put it on and then pause it after you deserve it? Is it still exciting?
Even of course.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if a person can beat Levon, everything about that day is going to be exciting.
Yes. I think this is more important than anything else. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah, but it would be even better memory to pause with that thing, with the gauntlet.
Of course, of course. Yeah. I mean, so we have Jerry. Jerry's getting a shot pretty soon. That's pretty exciting. I mean, because so listen, Jerry, he has a full-time job and he's taken this match more serious than anything he's ever done. So
yes,
we're going to see the best Jerry that we've ever seen. So
okay, what is your honest opinion?
Oh, I think Levon's going to kill him. But
you think Levon is going to kill him?
I mean, listen, I don't think you can go toward Levon. I think you have to match him outside and then come toward him. I don't think you can just go toward him. But
so you are saying that first, like you need to do like what Hermes did it.
Of course.
And then stop him and then dive in. Because if you remember, round 3, Hermes stopped him and then he dived. Right. And then there was a foul. And then second start, Hermes was like, oh, let me do this directly. Then whenever he did, he got flushed, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So
but Jerry is not saying.
Jerry is not the same, but you got to figure by round 3, Levon already had a little fatigue on his arm. You're talking about the strongest person who probably has ever arm wrestled from this position, and you're trying to come toward him.
Yeah.
Like it's very dangerous. Now the thing is, Jerry will do it, and he will go 100 miles. He'll go as hard as he can go that direction. So we don't know what's going to happen. Logic tells me that's not the lane, but it might be the lane. You know what I mean?
Who told you? Who told you?
Logic. My brain tells
logic,
me that's logic
yeah.
says that's not the lane. But I mean, we don't know until someone tries it, I guess. You know, someone tries it who is the expert at that move. And
Okay,
Jerry is an expert.
A question to you. Do you think Levan is gonna prepare and pull as always, or you think he will do adjustment just for this opponent?
In my opinion, he doesn't need to do anything different. If he just pulls like he always does, he'll still win. But if he tries to, like, if he pulls in the way Hermes did, right, that's the perfect lane. That's the perfect way to do it. But I think Levan's style is still the perfect way because he doesn't really come way out. He's so tight and just goes sideways because he's so strong. I don't know, man. It's exciting to see because, you know, what if Jerry pulled it off? I mean, what if Jerry pulled it off? And then if I can beat Genadi and then I could beat Hermes, then it could be me and Jerry. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
And we know that's a crazy match. You know, so that goes forever. You know.
Yeah, and it has a big story behind.
Especially if it's 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to win four matches. Me and Jerry match could take the whole day. You know what I'm saying? I can start in the morning, end at night. You know.
Yeah. Phil Woody says that Monster Michael Todd setting new world records, pronation champion. He says.
Well, so I did. I beat my own personal record yesterday, and I actually just beat it again today. And in the way I'm doing it, I think it's the heaviest anyone's ever done. Pablo has the world record on the same lift. It's just a little bit different angle, you know. So I'm not going to claim a world record until I surpass Pablo's number. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see me make progression, you know, continue to progress. But I'm happy that that I've had a few obstacles in this camp that I've had to overcome, and I'm still strong, and I'm still stronger than I was at my last match. So that's exciting.
Yeah. In my opinion, Michael, like anyone who, you know, this side, like the ulna side of your hand and forearm, is to block the opponent's arm supination. And then this side is the pronation. Anyone who is over pronating against Jerry, and if Jerry is in a very good shape, that person is in trouble.
Of course.
Yeah, that person is in trouble. And so I'm just thinking right now, like Jerry beats Alex Kurdecha. And
wow. Yeah, convincingly.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking that even like if somehow like Jerry pushes here, the bottom hand of the Levan, and Levan just gets overpronated, not because he wanted, but just because he couldn't handle the pressure here. And then because Levan is pronation dominant puller. So if it ends up somehow here, that may be a problem. So I'm just thinking that we have seen like John pulling such way, like in an overpronated way, and still beating Jerry in the past. And so my question is, like, is Jerry today stronger than those times? Or because like John, I'm not saying that, like I have seen John beating with this side, you know, by using, how did they call it, Mohegan Sun or something? It was just an event, you know.
2007.
Yeah, in 2007 with those blue shirts on them. Yeah, but he also beat him with like a totally pronated position, and Jerry is all over his arm. So is it because, like, I don't think that was the best of John. I think, like, I would say the best of John was 2006 Vegas. But
oh my God, was he strong that day? My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing, it's a big difference when John has a shorter arm. I know from myself when I'm pressing, when I have a shorter arm, it's harder. Levan have a longer arm, right?
Yeah, John and Levan is just like maybe 2 inches far, you know, like I think John is, I think 6'2" 6'2", when he was younger. You understand?
He was 6'2". Yeah, he's probably
he was
6'1".
6'2", and Levon is, I think, 6'4". And like yes, but John is not a guy like just because he was like middleweight to light heavyweight, like his hand, palm, everything was just like a super heavyweight guy. He was not like really short. It's not like my forearm or something. And that's why one of the reasons that he was very effective against such bigger guys. So what do you think about this?
Well, your question was, do we think Jerry's stronger now?
Yeah.
And I think Jerry, that's going to show up to pull Levon because he's taken this match so seriously, will be the strongest Jerry we've ever seen.
How about like when he beat Alex Kurdecha? The reason I'm asking that because Alex Kurdecha is one of the top pullers of today, and Jerry also beat Georgi Svetko. He also overpronated, and Genadi tried to beat him with outside. He also ended up, losing. So my question is that, like, is it because, like, I mean, John to beat Jerry, I understand, especially in best shape, but I think John has winning record against Jerry, as far as I know. I'm not sure, but so, like, how is it that John was able to do that, but today's super heavyweights weren't able to? And I think John was around like maybe 210 pounds or something.
Today's super heavyweights is like a Gerdecha or a particularly a Svetkov. Svetkov has no transitional press. That's why you and I think my match with Svetkov would be a very good matchup, because it'd be hard for him to finish me without a press, right? So he doesn't have the ability to transition behind it. Like if I had Jerry in the positions that Svetkov had Jerry in, I could transition behind it and press him. So could John. Svetkov doesn't have that in his arsenal. And then if you're talking about Alex Gerdecha, that match never stopped long enough for Gerdecha to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Gerdecha was just out of position and got beat. Like if the match would have stopped in an overpronated top,
I understand, but if you cannot even stop him, it means that you are not even strong enough to stop the guy. You understand, to do something. So he was even level below than a guy who would actually stop him. So
to a degree, but I mean, it's also look at the height of Alex Gerdecha. Like he couldn't even get in the spot where he needed to be to defend. Like he thought he was in a spot and his arm was just boom, going straight down. And I don't think it was because he was necessarily weaker. I just think it was a disadvantage in leverage and inexperience in pulling Jerry. Like anyone who like that's the one thing Levon might have a problem with. He's never pulled anybody like Jerry. Because there's Jerry, there's Camille, and there's Lars who have been pressers, right? Like, and there used to be the one dude from Slovakia. Was it Slovakia? Who was a presser from back in the day that was a pretty good presser?
You mean Peter Gazdarica?
Yeah.
He's still pulling in masters category.
He had a good press. Like he had a good press, right?
Yeah.
But there's very few people that press like Jerry presses. So if you've never pulled Jerry, there's an inexperience that you have. You got to figure that out pretty quick. Now, I do think Levon's strong enough to just negate everything. Like, regardless of the experience, regardless of everything, I think Levon's just that strong. I personally believe, and this is what I believe, is Levon probably has the strongest hand and wrist that we've ever seen in the sport. But my belief is the only way to beat him is to beat his hand and wrist. Like, I think you have to go through his fingers, get his knuckle past his wrist, and put him in a bind in the strap. Like Devin and I both believe it's an open top roll that stops him. Then you have to, once you stop him, then you have to be able to deal with this bent wrist press that's coming or whatever else is coming, right? But there's a whole lot to defeating Levon in my mind. And I don't think it's a single lane where you come toward him. Like I said, Jerry may shock the world. He might, I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So I can't say he can't do it. I'm just saying if I'm betting, I got to bet on Levon, right? But I don't know.
Okay, one guy says that there is no way John has a good chance against any top 10 super heavyweight today.
Well, today's John doesn't. Today's John doesn't. No. But the John from back then.
No. Best. He probably says the best of John doesn't have a chance today.
That's just because people who don't understand. You know, you and I have been around. We've been here for a long time. We've seen what John was capable of.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, that is the part that, like every time we try to tell, and then the new guys or just guys that are 4 or 5 years into the sport, they kind of don't understand, like what that man was, just especially the Vegas shape. Wow.
Okay, I was about to talk about that. So you and I saw the strongest freak ever.
Yeah, there.
And then you saw John crack his wrist back and run over him, and then go, "Hey, I'm going to test out his hook."
Yeah.
Who does that?
John does that. Only John does that. Yeah,
no one else does that. No one
Yeah.
else in the world is like, this guy may be the strongest inside guy on the planet right now, and I'm going to try to beat him in the hook. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe some guys may try that if it was a super match, best of 5, and he's already 3-0, and then let me try him round 4. But this guy, that's not the only time John did this kind of thing. John, very often, he tried it, and he didn't even care if he would lose or not. Yeah.
He's just one of those dudes. But that's what I'm saying. So that John on that day, over a 6-round, or let's say a 7-round, 4 wins. That John, is there a chance? Does he have a chance against today's Levon? I think so.
Possible, but
Levon's still the favorite.
He would be
that
favored,
John's got a shot, especially over. He's got to pin John 4 times. Like that's people don't realize how strong that John was, right?
Yeah.
And and John will tell you when he was younger, he may not have the top end strength, but he was better, like more explosive and everything. Like, so who knows? John Brzezink's just special. Like there's only going to be one John Brzezink ever.
No. Like this guy, he told me one time that like, I have never lost against Kvikvinia. Every time they pull, he said he has won against Kvikvinia. And when he beat Kvikvinia, he was probably 210-pounder or something, Yeah. Like that. Can you imagine that today, a 210-pound guy beating prime Kvikvinia? Oh, come on.
Right. No, it doesn't. I mean, because for one, but John just figured out, he's like, listen, this hand is too big to mess with. I'm just going to grab him at his wrist and turn him in a hook.
Yeah, but he was doing that so easily. He was just going.
It was nothing. Like his ability to just supinate that massive, long, ridiculous arm and insanely large hand and just put him in a hook was like even when Gary beat Cleve in '96,
he was holding his thumb. No, I mean in '94, one match he beat him at the Yukon Jack, and then '96, he kind of dominated him.
But he went through his hand. Like he went through his hand. John would always just grab him low and boom. But even Gary, as good as Gary was, he had to go outside. Like he couldn't grab him like John. John was just different.
No. The part that people don't understand when we talk about John, like there are some things like we see, but you cannot really prove because it is not like math or something. You understand? It's not like measurable.
Right.
But which is people don't understand the difference being well-rounded and the smoothness in the technique application.
The transitions,
Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be transition, but even the application of each technique, the guy was so smooth. Like you just look at the bird is flying, you don't see the bird is trying to fly, right?
Yeah.
He's just flying. It's very normal. You don't see it look easy. Yeah. And whenever you see John, like the way he was arm wrestling, I cannot. 34 years I have been involved. I haven't seen anything like that.
No.
I have seen Prudnik, I have seen Ongarbe, Devon, like very good arm wrestlers, but the smoothness, the quality in the application of the technique, just like even today, the way that he did he's 60 years old, the way that he did transition from here against Leonidas. He just went there and like how fast. You just give him, you just make a little bit mistake. You just give him a little hole. He's going to make it larger. You need to dominate him. You're not going to beat him. Like if he finds a mistake or if the power is almost equal,
Yeah, he's definitely not the guy you leave in the match. Like you want to get him out of there quick because if you leave him in the match, and the thing is, it's different. You can leave him in the match, and if he's not hungry, he may lose. But if you have a hungry John Brzezinski like you had at East versus West 14 with a crowd behind him, that's when you see something special, because that's what we saw was something special. And even John's like, I probably would have done that had it not been in North America and hadn't had this crowd screaming for me,
Yeah. There is one guy, Levon's English teacher. He says Levon has pulled Genadi. Jerry won't be the new to him. No, Genadi is not dead wrist specialist. Just because he beat Levon with dead wrist, you cannot really compare Genadi and Jerry. Jerry is different. Jerry, non-stop 30 years at the world level, he pulled against all kind of different pullers like Jerry is dead wrist shoulder pressure specialist. Genadi is not. Genadi is doing everything 8.5, 9 out of 10, but nothing 10, while Jerry is doing this 10.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think we can compare. What do you think?
What do you think, Lars?
I think, as you told, it's totally new for him to someone getting in from start like Jerry do. So I think it's very hard to see what will happen.
It is. So,
yeah, for sure.
And like you said, so this is another example of people who see something once and now they make an assessment that, okay, Levon has the best bent wrist press in the world. No, Devin cracked him, and Devin was fully committed to an open top roll, and Levon's like, okay, I'm going to press. The amount of pressure he had to use to press Devin may have been half the amount of pressure that Jerry has to press or something, right? Because Devin was fully extended. Like, it wasn't, Devin had no protection to defend whatsoever. Like, he was here. So it was going to be a lot easier to press Devin there than if Devin was somewhere over here.
Yeah.
But they see that and they're like, oh my God, Levon's got the best press in the world. I'm like, no, he made a very good move round one to get out of that, to finish that match, that round, and then came back and dominate the next 3 rounds. But he did show versatility. He did show that there was more to Levon than just, this amazing hand and back pressure and pronation. But just because he bent wrist pressed through Devin's open top row does not mean he has the best press in the world. It just means that he had a very good move at that time.
Yeah, but Devin to get that hand and wrist position, he had to be extended. If it was in this angle, he would get probably.
Yeah, he wouldn't have made the stop. If he would have stayed here, he would have got the stop.
Yeah. He had to go a little bit more farther and farther,
And the thing about that is when he made that stop, I think there was a brief moment in Devin's mind where he's like, holy shit, I stopped the match. And at that moment, he wasn't thinking about what to do. He kind of shocked himself. And in that moment of shock, Levon changes angles and presses, because we're all going to be like, everybody who pulls Levon wants to stop him. But you really don't know if you can. And when you do, you're like, oh shit, I just stopped him. Like, I think that's kind of a little bit of what happened in round 1 is we were all shocked.
I thought the time stopped. I was like, is this real?
100%.
Yeah. Were you there that day?
I was, yeah.
You were there, right? Yeah. Because
I pulled Frank a little bit before that. Did you watch it? What did you think? When you saw that, what did you think? Did you think Devin's going to win?
Yeah, I did.
I thought yes, because the round 1.
I suspect, and I told before that Levon had prepared the press.
Yeah.
And he had.
He 100% did, yeah.
But Levon did the timing very good. He did exactly in the right time, yeah. Levon, people think that he's big and strong, but he is also very.
Well, dude, he came from 198 pounds. Like, he's been arm wrestling.
Yeah.
So, and that's what you see. Technical arm wrestling. Levon never had to show technical arm wrestling really because he's so damn strong. Like, you don't have to see how good of an arm wrestler Levon is because he's so strong. He rarely has to show technique or versatility in technique because he's so strong. So people who think, oh, you just got to stop the match and beat him. Well, no, you got to stop the match. That's the first thing. Then you got to be able to out arm wrestling. There's a lot of variables that goes into beating Levon. It's more than just stopping the strongest arm wrestler. You have to be able to out arm wrestling because he is a very good arm wrestler as well. He just doesn't have to show it because he's so many levels stronger than everybody,
Yeah. Michael, I don't know what's wrong with Genadi. I don't know. He didn't check the message. He didn't look. I hope everything is okay with him. But
yeah, me too. Yeah. We'll keep it in our prayers. We could always do this again. We can do it again. No big deal.
He was just saying that, oh, Michael, don't be afraid. Come and face me in the podcast and this. And now he's not. We
coming. Know that's not it. That's not it. Genadi's not afraid. He just probably something came up.
Yeah, you need to. I don't know.
You're always trying to stir shit up.
Yeah, that's what it is, Yeah. We cannot say this. Stir the pot, make the things exciting, and just
I think, okay, so the one thing when you and I last talked, you talked about this card of 9 world title matches and everything, but how excited you are about being Genadi. I think me and Genadi are going to be a one hell of a match.
Yes, just tell me, Engin, which match you want to see. You are only allowed to see one match. That would be you versus Genadi, because I know that match is gonna be a war for sure, and I don't know who's gonna win. The second match I would like to see would be Matushenko versus Alijan. I don't know where the match is gonna go. It may
No idea.
We may even be quick or not, but still, I cannot give guarantee there will be a war.
Right.
But I give guarantee that your match with Genadi will be a war. You know.
Well, and the reason being is I don't think I'm going to be strong enough to run over him, and I don't think he's going to be strong enough to run over me. So we're going to get into a fight. Like, it's going to stop, and it's going to be who wants it most, in my opinion. Now, I would like to say that I'm going to be strong enough to run him over, but I can't say that. I think we're both going to be very strong on that day, and I think we're both going to want to win really bad. And I think you're going to find two guys who are willing to die at the table. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be a good match. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am starting to worry about him, though. I'm hoping everything's okay. Like, this is unusual.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. Yeah. David says that, like, it doesn't make sense that him to join the show without Genadi. And yeah, let's continue this way. Yeah. I talked with Hermes.
Yeah.
I said, Hermes, do you want to directly pull Levan? He said, no. He said, neither Michael nor Genadi has any chance to beat me.
Yeah.
This is what he's all. And then I went to there. You call that, you know, starting shit. It's not. You just need to, that is how we are going to give the information to the community. And I asked to Genadi, and Genadi, did you see the Genadi interview? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some more. There was some more. I cut it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't want some people to be offended. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah. And but I don't know if I cut it the part that he said that Hermes was like a kid looking for his parents or something. Did you see that part?
You said something, and I don't know if it's in the video because I was doing something else while I was watching it. But I heard a reference to that. I don't know if it's in that video or what, but yeah, I heard something.
I know one thing that he said that when Hermes pulled against Devon, and I look at the stage to Hermes, and Hermes look at me like he was asking help from me. You understand? And then and he said that he looked like someone that lost the parents and looking for it. You understand? Right. And yeah, and Hermes watched it. He said that, you know, it was funny. Hermes, it was funny, but the big matches are waiting for us. Like you versus Genadi, winner takes the Hermes, and then Jerry versus Levan, and then winner of the Hermes match will go.
Right. Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's just say that is how it goes. Let's say I beat Genadi, and then I pull Hermes and I beat Hermes, and Levan beats Jerry. When would the me versus Levan match, or when would that match happen? The winner of Hermes.
Spring, like spring. May or end of April.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
In Istanbul or in US?
We will see, but most likely US.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, then it can't be Hermes. It has to be me. It has to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Because it's in the US. It has to be me. I have to be the one.
No, we do here East versus West.
I'm just saying, you're making it sound too good. You're making it sound too good. I've got to come out on top.
I understand. Yeah.
So what we'll do is I'll get to talk to the people here in Hot Springs. We'll make it happen right here in Hot Springs.
I don't know. I don't know. It would be too big disadvantage for Levan.
It would be really good advantage for me. It would be really good for me.
You're gonna pull him front of your
Then
house.
you can sell 5,000 tickets.
We could sell so many tickets. Like the entire state of Arkansas will be behind me.
I don't know. I think the most tickets would be sold in Northeast, my belief.
Well, I mean, I think honestly, from a fan perspective, but what I do have different here in Arkansas is we have college sports, but we have no professional sports. And I could get on all the radio stations and all the different things here in the state of Arkansas. And if this was how things fell, I think we would draw a non-arm wrestling fan base to come watch this 52-year-old Arkansan compete against the unbeatable Russian, I mean the Georgian giant, you know what I mean, like the Georgian Hulk. I think there would be a massive amount of tickets sold from a non-arm wrestling fan base, people who just want to come see the spectacle.
Where's the chalk?
There's chalk on that one. Quick, it's stuck to magnet to the post. Reaching there's chalk right in front of my where I do the butt gauge back pressure. Rebecca's back training. She's starting her CrossFit training again, so I'm excited to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. But who knows? So on that note, though, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I'm undefeated against Italians. Against Italians. I've never lost a super match against anyone I've arm wrestled in Italy or who is Italian.
Okay. But not against Georgians, right? If it is working.
No, my Georgian record sucks. My Georgian record sucks. I don't have a good record.
Okay, because so let's not judge the things that way.
Yeah, well, okay, I guess you're right.
Okay, yeah. Because
you just kind of stole my joy for a second. I was trying to poke a dig at Hermes,
I need to do it. We can't have a boring conversation. Yeah. and Lars, what are you thinking about all this?
What do you think? What's that?
He said, what do you think about all this?
I think it's great. What's happened there is great. No matter who it will be, it's starting to build up like crazy. People talking about it everywhere. Me and Michael was talking about it back in Norway. Like ordinary people knows Michael and Devon, and it's really blowing up.
So he said arm wrestling is, just exposure, just in Norway alone. If you know anything about strength, you know the top arm wrestling people.
Yeah.
Like you already know. If you follow strength at all, it's already, everyone knows it. A lot of it is, him being recognized in Norway and being in the papers and all that stuff. So then people started following, the other arm wrestlers and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. I'm super excited about your partnership, Robert Baxter, though. I haven't got to talk to you. That's exciting.
Michael, what do you think about Robert Baxter? Like for me, like it is not because I am saying this because we are doing partner thing, but I am doing partnership with him because I am thinking this way. Do you understand?
Right. 100%.
Yeah. I cannot imagine anyone who is better than Robert Baxter.
For this particular endeavor, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No one better.
Yeah. And this guy is a very, I don't know how, he's very busy, like about business and everything.
A lot, yes.
This guy still trains like crazy and make sure that he goes to WAF. And compete. He's Masters World Champion and everything.
Right.
And so I'm just thinking that like he at least I know that he loves arm wrestling at least as much as I do. Yeah.
Dude, the guy. I've known Robert probably for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And the first time we competed against each other was 2008 in Salt Lake City in 242 class. But yeah, just as soon as you messaged, remember you made we knew when you made the post that you had this is already fixed. So I couldn't help it. The moment you said, hey,
and you wrote me.
Yeah, because that's the person who immediately came to my mind. You're like, who loves arm wrestling, who's successful in business. I'm like, that's Robert Baxter. Like, that's the guy. That's who you had to go to.
Do you know everyone in the community, especially in North America? Do you know anyone who doesn't like Robert Baxter? I
don't think you could ever find anyone say anything negative about Robert Baxter.
No way. No way.
Because he's such a genuinely good guy.
Yes.
Like he's genuinely a good guy.
Yes.
He's an honest person. He's got a lot of faith. He's just a good dude, But, Yeah, somebody is asking if Oleg Zog will pull his first West 15. Yes, my friend, he's gonna pull Betkili Oniani. Michael, this is a crazy card. Crazy card. Like we have 9 world title matches and look at the non-world title matches. Right.
Genadi Kvikvinia, Michael Todd, Dizarano versus Vitaly Laletin, Ozan Kochak versus Nugo. We have Irina Gladkaya versus Brigitta, and I'm forgetting one, and I need to find it. I don't want to be whenever you organize so many matches.
I know, but this might be everybody's saying, pretty much everyone's saying this is the best card yet, and it is. It's a crazy ass card. Like this is.
It's just.
Yeah.
Michael, whenever I start organizing so many matches, some people were telling me, "Oh, you're organizing too many matches. Soon we will be running out of matches." And I said,
There's
"No,
no
it
such
doesn't
thing.
make sense.
No.
You just need to bring more people, and then you need to give more chances so people will see new stars. And then
Right.
by the results of the matches, you will already have, if you circle all arm wrestling worlds around 5, 6 guys, of course you will run out of matches. That time you will run out of matches. But if you give chances to everyone who are rising stars, and then you let them be known by the community, and then
Right.
of course that, like, when you have the pool so big, how are you gonna run out of matches?
Listen, you could keep me busy for a long time. That's just me. Like, there's a ton of matches that I could have. I mean, regardless of, I mean, think about it. So let's just say I beat Genadi and I beat Hermes and I get a shot at Levon. There's still a whole bunch of people in that top 10 that I've never faced.
Look
Like,
at Vitaly Laletin. Vitaly
100%.
Laletin versus Dizarano match, the winner also deserves to pull Levon.
100%.
Yeah,
That's a crazy ass match.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
Zornov is a freak.
Yes.
That guy.
You were surprised that when you saw him against Revas, you were like, wow.
When he beat
round one.
Rivas, I was like, what the hell? Because Rivas was huge.
Huge, 170 kilo. And round one, I was thinking that first 2 rounds, Revas is gonna flash pin him. And
Right.
then maybe he tires. But round one at the center, whoop, he hooked him. You guys
Yeah.
were there, right? You guys were there. You guys
Yeah,
saw
we
each
were
other
pulling.
there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
It's
was like,
crazy.
what? Yeah. And now he's going to be even in better shape. And we know Laletin is getting better. I asked Laletin, do you have any like goal to pull Levan again? He said, I live for that day.
You know he does.
I love that.
You know he does.
Yeah. That is my goal, to make sure that everyone is having opportunity to reach their goals. At least have opportunity. They can be successful or not. This is up to
Right.
them, But you need to give them the opportunity. They shouldn't be left around that, okay, we don't have any future, we don't have any opportunity, let me quit arm wrestling. Unlikely we are bringing some of the old legends, back to the support. Did you see the video about the guest at the East versus West 15?
No, I haven't.
Oh, do you want me to tell you the guest?
Yes,
coming?
please. Yeah.
Arsen Liliev.
Awesome.
Hermes Gasparini, Artem Morozov, and who knows, maybe Artem Morozov, who knows, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and possibly, big possibility, Kirill Sarchev, and the last one, Denis Steplenko.
Awesome. Yeah, because I actually have a, oh crap, are we going to have a bunch of trouble between Devin and Dennis?
I don't know. I will make
Yeah.
sure there will not be any trouble, but yeah, I will make sure, like, nobody wants trouble. Yeah.
Right.
Everyone needs to respect the place that they are visiting.
You know they will. But I mean,
yes. I'm just saying, just
Yeah.
let me say it, so because it's never going to be good. We all are civilized people, yeah.
right.
And yeah, and we will see how it will be. And how do you see your chance against Genadi? Let's talk a little bit directly. And then let me get some information to stir the pot when you guys both come to the show next time. I will just say, you remember,
Absolutely.
Michael,
Yeah,
you said this?
So I saw him saying 50-50 because we're friends, but then the translator said something, reality 99-1 or something. I don't remember what he said. I honestly think you put me on a lot of detector tests, I'm gonna pass 100%. I think I think 60-40 is me. I think I have a greater chance of winning than he does. That's what I believe. Although the last time he beat me and he beat me 3-0, I don't think that's how it's going to go this time. I truly think I'm going to win. That's just my, like, 60-40 me. I don't think it's 70-30. I don't think it's 80-20. I think it's 60-40. And if you give me 50-50, if like it's a legit 50-50, I immediately think I'm going to win, because if I'm in the match, he's just going to have to want it more than me. And as much as a warrior he is, on that day, he's going to come up short. That's what I think.
Yeah, and my opinion, you have advantage because you both had very serious injury, but you had 3 matches to build your confidence and get used to, the atmosphere again. This will be his coming back match. I don't know where his confidence, but whenever I talk with him,
he seems confident.
He was surprisingly very confident. You know, I had this interview, also had a private conversation earlier. Yeah, private conversation, and we will see. We will see. I'm telling you, on the paper, looks like you are more ready than him, but we will see where it will go. But it is incredible match. I can pay $20 just to watch that match personally. If somebody was organizing that match, I would pay $20. They said you're gonna watch this match, $20. I would even pay a little bit more just for that match. No,
well, the cool thing about it is
I know it will not be like this. I know it will not be. It will be.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Game. It will be a big chess game. And the interesting thing is that whenever Devon and Genadi was pulling, and then I all the time was telling Genadi, but just Genadi, you are not a flash spinner. And you know the endurance of the Devon, and then he said, one second again, when did you see me losing, like in a long battle, like the balance match, and I was like, not as much as Devon's, but he didn't guess out against
no, he did not.
Devon.
He did not.
So, and then now I don't know if your hand and wrist control will be as dominant as Devon's. But your defense is like you are there all the time. You know what to do here. You handle the pressure of Jerry. Like how many minutes?
A long time. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Yeah. That's the thing is, he's going to have to. In my opinion, he's going to have to overwhelm me. Like he's going to have to be a level stronger.
How about just you guys are balanced, and then he's. If his hand is stronger and he puts you into the first match, there is no way for them.
Yeah, I don't. I went back and watched that match and I saw the errors that I made. Right, and that was me not trying to walk with him, me not making those.
Was it related to power? Is it mistake?
It could have been. It could have been a lot. It could have been a lot of things. But I had, that was back when I still had nerve damage and I was coming back from some different type of injuries at the time. I don't think I still have those issues. I think I'm doing riser lifts every day so just on my riser lift alone, and it's a little bit different than traditional riser, but it's a riser that I can judge where I was at. So when I went into pull Camille, I was at 121 pounds. Today I did 131. So I did 10 pounds heavier on the exact same lift. When I went into pull Camille, I did a 179.25 pronation lift. Today, I did a 182.5. So, and I still I'm going to keep doing that lift every day for the next 20 days. You know what I mean? So I honestly think by the time I think I'm going to hit over a 190 pronation, which is regardless of how I'm doing.
Can I ask you something? Like we don't see like your pronator is just being like spinated this way. Isn't it like more about the arm than the like? Do you think it is more about the pronation or the arm strength to stop him? Because I see that many times when you guys do this, you guys are stretching, a lot here.
I'm stretching a lot there because that's where my strength lies. Because I only recently had this range of motion.
Everyone is like, I don't see anyone doing this with 90 degree,
because for one, the weight gets so heavy, it's almost impossible to do and still keep a 90, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, is it the key? Like the pronation, your arm to not to turn is the key? Or what is the key? Or is it that, like, because he's not gonna really control you like this? I don't remember. When did somebody hook you last time, by the way?
It's been a while. It's been a while since someone did that. But that's the thing. For me, it builds confidence. It builds confidence, and it's translatable, right? It's because so much of what we do, and you know this, when you compete at this high of a level, there's a very significant amount of this that's mental.
Yes,
you have to believe, right? So doing these lifts that I know translate to how I arm wrestle, I continually make these improvements daily. I know that is a very good form. So the pronation is important to me, but the riser of keeping the integrity of this, which I lost this quite a bit. Now it's getting back to where it's strong. And so people talk about the Frank match. in the Frank match, I wasn't doing any of this stuff. And I made some technical errors from my original game plan because of the emotion of the moment. I got caught up in the emotion and I completely threw my game plan out the window.
But that was the first match, right? First match.
Yeah. Now
you mean like after your injury, your first comeback match?
Yeah, I mean, I had pulled Pablo here, which really was a legit match. We both prepared for it and everything.
Yeah, but the atmosphere is kind of different over here.
It is definitely a lot different because we did that right here with like a few people watching versus a whole crowd watching, especially that day because that was LeVon versus Devin. That was a huge crowd, biggest crowd we'd ever had. So the emotion, everything that was involved with that was a little bit different. But yeah, after that, like in preparation for my match with Lars is when I started doing. Actually, no, I hadn't even started doing that yet. Is after you is when I started doing the daily pronation lifts, and the riser lifts and all those other things. And like my pronation engaged back pressure, that people don't really understand that movement until you come here and try it. I did a 250 before I put 250 pounds pronation engaged back pressure like this before I pulled Camille. I am programmed to at least hit a 275. So that's a 10% increase from my previous strength. I don't know, man. I think all these things together are going to create a very confident me on the day. I think I'm healthy. And that's one thing. Like you said, we both have had a similar surgery.
You go cold in and do a maximum lift.
Yeah.
My arm will break.
So he's like, do you warm up? I'm like, nope. I just go out there and grab 180 pounds and lift it with one hand, and normally you would think you would have to warm up to do something like that. But my arm is just healthy and it feels good. So I think going into Genadi in this match, I do think, I've had more time to recover and heal and be stronger. This is his first match back. This should be a big test for him. It's exciting that this match determines, because the winner pulls, think about that. Put that in perspective. Now, obviously, you know this. But according to you, I am 2 victories away from pulling for the overall number 1 in the world in the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just remember, like the victory from when you are ranked from 20 to 10, the victories, and then when you are walking from number 5 to the top, is just like getting like harder, because there is a reason that they are ranked so high.
Of course there are. So this is not an easy task, but I mean,
like whenever you say like 2, it's just like.
No, it's 2 really strong people. And honestly, you and I both know this, that most likely I will pull Genadi on November 2nd, and then I will have another opponent December 16th at King of the Table in North America. We have no idea who that might be. You know what I mean? So that's in between the 1st of February with the match of Hermes. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know how this is.
I will tell you something. In my opinion, if there is only 1.5 months, and if the end of January event is also going to be in US, I think you should just stick with that if it is in US.
Right. So you said end of January or 1st of February? Because you text me 1st of February.
No. But it is like just say like it is last week of the January and the first week of the, like it is just not even worth enough.
I know. I'm just
mentioning,
Remember, I told you I got a wedding in January. So like January 11th, I got a wedding. So
when January when?
It's 11th, so it's 2 weeks before.
No.
I still mentally have to have that time. That extra week will help me get back into prep after the wedding.
You are saying that like it better be in the early February.
It would be better for me.
But what I just tried to say that like if that is American event, then I think that we should choose you for Hermes match. I mean,
and I understand the belief. I mean, because it's and that's just like this one. Like you offered me Morozov last weekend. You offered me that like 6 weeks ago, but I did not feel like I could give Genadi a full camp and then me have a match in between. Similar situation.
But I will tell you something. Hermes match, if you pass Genadi, Hermes match, it will be more important right now. Like just say that your chance is 25% to reach to Levan match.
Right.
And then whenever you go next one now, 50-50. You have one opponent only. You understand? So
I understand.
It will be more. Just I would, as an organizer, I would choose you versus Hermes if you win. But when you pull someone like Genadi, like if I would pull Genadi, I would be more worried about him than here. Of course, this is also important. But the guy can really reach his maximum capacity because of being mentally so strong,
The last thing I want to hear is Opana. No, don't let me hear that. Don't let me hear that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can keep him tame, if you can keep Genadi tame, your chances of winning are way better. But the moment you give him that bit of confidence and he gets that victory and he's screaming, "Oh, that's not the Genadi you want to arm wrestle." Like, we got to keep that shit down. Like, keep that shit inside. I don't want any of that, I mean, that's where it's got to be. It's got to be in a way where I defeat him, not just physically. I need to defeat him mentally as well.
Yeah, I love talking arm wrestling with you. We both are from the same generation. We know what has been through, and then and you love arm wrestling as well. Yeah, it's great to talk with Rajan Devangan. Mike, do you think Gennady's side pressure jerks that he does when the match stops will be a problem? How are you going to be prepared for that particular attack?
Yeah, so he's very explosive once the match stops. Like, he can still hit those sideways hits real hard. We're gonna release my review of him versus Jerry. I just did that the other day, and I watched a lot of that. And his ability to surge sideways and get a pin on Jerry after the match had stopped was very impressive. And he was doing it to me, and he was doing it in some of his other matches that I just recently watched. So yeah, it's definitely something you have to be concerned about. But I feel if I can control his hand and wrist in the start, I don't think he can do those hits sideways without hand and wrist control. I think if I can take his hand and wrist out of the game, he won't have access to those hard side pressure surges in the middle of the match. That's what I think.
Yeah. We will see. We will see. I think the guy is he has just whenever the problem, also another problem with Genadi, you should be ready for many things, not like one thing. When you pull Jerry,
you know what's coming.
Yeah, 100%, very powerful. And then, but whenever you pull Genadi,
you never know.
You never know. With you, it can be totally in, totally out.
Right.
But we also saw some outer side pressure when you pull Lars.
A little bit,
yeah. You saw that, but we cannot say that it is your main weapon. I think your main weapon is mostly outside, and sometimes you act like you're gonna go there and boom, and if the match stops, boom, out again.
Yeah, my ability to go in and out is probably the best in the world.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
whenever you hit inside, the guy even stops. His hand is not like, because he gets so much pressure here, the hand gets a little bit out, and your pronator is so strong, and you do this transition so fast, boom, and then the guy is shocked because even he stops, he had some hit there, and then suddenly, boom, out, and then I don't remember you hitting inside and not being able to hit outside. I don't remember.
Well, okay, so my last time I pulled Genadi, I went in and he went straight sideways before I could get back out, and he flashed at me. So it has happened.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that
was
unfortunate.
Did you kind of stay there?
Might have been. I don't know. I
think you just stayed
I went
there,
in and then it ended up that way, and I was like, well, that sucks. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about quickly about the card.
Okay.
And then we can. Yeah. 1 second. Okay, let's go. Brigitta versus Irina Gladkaya. Do you know Brigitta from Hungary?
Yeah, I know her. And I know she's accomplished, but I see so much of Irina on her social media post training. So I feel like she's going to be the favorite because she has not stopped training. It doesn't look like. I don't know how much she competes, but it doesn't look like she's stopped.
Irina
Gladkaya, yeah.
Yeah. I think that you see her training videos recently. Not all the time, but you.
Oh, I've been seeing her training on Instagram. She's always posting. She's been posting something on Instagram for like the last 2 years.
Yeah,
doing something.
Okay.
Yeah, doing something always. You see it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's always doing something.
And what do you think? What do you think, Lars?
Irina,
okay.
Yeah, I think.
And Azad versus Daniel Ustinov. Azad is from Armenia and Daniel Ustinov is from Kazakhstan. One is 154 world champion, other one is 165 world champion. Daniel is the one who replaced Hunter.
Okay, yeah. So that dude looks crazy. Like
Daniel.
Yeah, his arms look insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's going to win. Yeah, he looks crazy. So if you just go by aesthetics, I go with Daniel. Like he looks crazy. But the other dude, the other guy was the 154. Which one's the 165 world champ? Daniel.
Yeah.
I got to go with the bigger guy then. I got to go with him.
And you, Lars?
I'm not sure, but the only one I've seen the one I've seen most of is Daniel. So I have
Daniel
to go
is so active on social media, and he's very well known.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Do you know Ozan Koçak?
The one who's pulling Nugo?
Yeah.
No.
Ozan Koçak has wins against Jordan Sonev.
He's not the guy from Turkey, is he?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
That dude's awesome.
I trained him.
He was at Zloty and kicked a lot of people's ass at Zloty, right?
Oh, you were there. Yes, he won.
Yeah, that dude's good.
This guy has beaten
He beat Marcio, didn't he? Did he beat Marcio?
Yeah,
that dude's good.
But he was only 189, And
I know. What's he weigh now?
Right now, 235.
Yeah, I go with him. Nugo's awesome, but I go with that guy. That dude's strong.
Okay.
Yeah, he's real strong. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I've seen him, but
Nugo is impressive.
Sure, yeah.
Nugo is impressive.
He's very strong.
My God.
Strong. Yeah. I don't know who's gonna win because last time Ozan competed was 2022 WAF, end of the 22.
How did he do?
Huh?
How did he do? Did he win?
No, he was gonna go semi-final match, but he injured his shoulder. Yeah, and then he didn't pull the semi-final match. But right now he has been training for 5 months, and I don't know where he is at. So this match can go either way. Arthur Makarov versus Ömer Faruk Kozakoğlu. Ömer Faruk Kozakoğlu, he won the 80 kilo WAF against Nurdalet, but Nurdalet actually pinned him, but he lost on fouls.
Is that the guy who has the same size hand and wrist?
Like Oleg Zok. Yeah, Oleg Zok.
That's exciting.
Arthur is also the same way.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know where it's gonna go.
I think Arthur. I mean,
more experience.
Yeah, he's been around a while. Now, I have seen him taking some losses in that AMC stuff. Like he lost a couple matches over there.
Yeah, he lost to Cherkasov.
Yeah.
That category is weird. Cherkasov lost to Mindaugas. Mindaugas beat Daniel. Daniel beat Alan Zolev. Alan Zolev beat Arthur. Like everyone beat each other, Just,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I still think Arthur.
Okay. And Dimitrina Petrova versus Carolina Peterson.
So Carolina is awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
But watching Trina turn Tanaka in a hook like that.
Yeah.
That shit was strong. Like once she sunk her hook, it was over. But Carolina's really
that's
good,
what
man.
It is, It's gonna go out.
Yeah, Carolina's really good at hanging out there in that pronated top row. Like she's good.
Dimitrina actually beat Carolina in 2023 WAF final in 60 kilo.
How'd the match go? Was it fast?
Not really. She went inside, and then Carolina was on caught on pronator, like she had the pronator, but Dimitrina was a little bit drag.
Here's what I think.
Open and then hook.
3-2 Carolina.
3-2 Carolina. Okay.
He loses the first two, comes back because she hangs her up at that top row.
Open top row.
Yeah, she hangs her up.
Okay. The question is real question. Why do they not pull the last round?
I didn't think it was 6 rounds.
No, it's world title match, 60 kilo. That's the
shit. Okay, thank you. I forgot. Okay, 4-3 then. He loses 3 and comes back and wins 4.
And you, Lars?
I go with Carolina.
Carolina as well. Yeah, it's neighbor, huh? Neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor. That's
it. Yeah. I think it could be nasty. I think she could catch. I think she might get turned in, but she flops her wrist enough times that in the strap he hangs her up and then ends up wearing her out and stretching her bicep out. That's what I think.
This is like
Carolina. Yeah, she got mad endurance. I'm impressed with her. Like we've known her for 20 years, right? She's been doing this a long ass time, but she got a lot of endurance.
Yeah.
I just got a bad look from Rebecca. I said I was impressed with her. I take it back. I'm no longer impressed. I got a bad look from my wife.
Come on, we talk about
I take all that back.
Okay, let's go. Oleg Zok versus Bettiloniani.
Listen, Bet Keeley's a bad dude.
You saw him against Artem Taino, right?
Holy shit. Like, he might flash Oleg every single time.
But
if he doesn't, Oleg's going to win. But I think he can flash him every time.
Is Oleg healthy again?
Listen, Bet Keeley is not a flash spinner person. He positions.
Well, he did. He smacked the shit out of Tayanov at least once.
No, he stopped him and he caught him and then beat him, but not really.
The way he can sink a hook, though, like if you sink a hook on Oleg, you just negated this whole massive hand that he has. But it's really hard to do that. Like it's hard to do that.
And Bet Keeley is a very tall guy. You know, he's like 6'3".
Yeah.
And
he's my height. Like, he's as tall as Leo, right? Yeah.
What do you guys think? Who's winning?
I don't know much about Oleg. How's he doing now? Is he well or is
he just won the world championships and WAF?
But he won the world championships at a lighter weight. Like
85 kilo. 85 kilo. Yeah.
I go with that.
Yeah, right now he still holds the belt, 85 kilo belt. He's going for the second belt.
Yeah, so he's going for the 95 kg
95 kilo belt.
Bet Keeley. I love Oleg. But Bet Keeley's a bad dude. The way he beat Tayanov, I didn't think you could beat Tayanov like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think there's anybody at 209 pounds that would beat Tayanov like that. He looked like it was completely different levels. I was like, what the hell just happened? You know?
Okay, Michael. Yeah. Now you are the best person, maybe together with John Berzing, to predict about this match. You tell me which match.
I'm so confused. What matches are on the card?
Hutchins versus Yoshinobu Kanai.
Okay, so if Yoshi is healthy, like if Yoshi's back to the Yoshi that beat John Berzing several times, it's going to be one hell of a fight because Yoshi has a lot of endurance as well.
Do you agree that I'm cutting you? But do you agree that Yoshi is type of person that if you don't really dominate him, if he just has a little bit even pronator here, and Todd Hutchins is not a type of person that has the full control. Todd also goes like this. So I'm just saying that if the power is very close, we will see something that I think we will never forget. If the power is, because Yoshinobu like this has even pulled 6.5 minute match.
Right.
Like, yeah. And do you agree that like if the power is close, it may be a very long
if the power is close, we're looking for a dog fight. Like just like you said, something that the modern arm wrestling world will have never seen a match like this because they don't realize who he is. But if he's not back to that form, Todd Hutchins runs him over.
Okay, yeah.
Because right now, Todd Hutchins is strong.
Yeah.
Like, and he's so strong. People think his side pressure, and like his side pressure is insane. But it's his back pressure that he applies with his side pressure that makes him so dangerous now.
Also,
you saw when he put Angerbayev was trying to come out of the side, and he pins himself because Todd's side pressure, back pressure is so strong. Like you try to come out of it, and you just open your own arm up. Now Yoshi, I don't think will have ever pulled anyone like Todd because Todd's pressure is different. Todd's pressure is different. But you're right. If the power level is similar, it's who the hell knows, right? But if it's not, Todd Hutchins runs him over.
Do you know about Yoshinobu, Lars?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I remember him very well. He's amazing. But I think Todd is too strong now. I think it would be hard for Yoshi to come back at that high level. But I don't know how. I don't know. He post anything. I haven't seen anything of him.
I heard that he has been training very well. There is one guy, is the #1 in Japan, and they told me that he beats him pretty easily. Even when do you know how this happened? I have been reaching him like through someone, like sending him message from there, and he says that no, and suddenly he reached out me through someone.
Oh, said, okay, then he's ready.
Yeah, then he's ready. He said, I'm ready. So I believe that he trained, and do you know what he offered? He offered to pull against Devon Larratt.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
he's ready.
Yeah, and I said, I know, Yoshinobu, you are very, very strong, but this is your first match. And do you want me to said someone else. He said, no, I want Devon. I said, Devon is gonna put Petrenko. He said, I will wait. You understand? And then I said, okay. And then I just tried my chance. How about Takashing's, you know? And he said, not bad, you know, let's go. And then I set the match, you know, that way, yeah.
So is it 105? Is it 105 weight?
105, yeah. 105, yeah. And
I remember the best thing I remember from Yoshi was his ability to get in some crazy positions and still grinding.
He can pull this way.
Yeah.
He can pull this way.
He can pull
in
forever.
hoop. He's just like solid guy, you know, just like really strong guy, you know. And if you didn't pin him, if he has a little bit pronator, the guy, you need very strong shoulder pressure or something. I don't know. I mean,
I still go with Todd, but if he reach out and tell you that he's ready, so
yeah, that's it. Okay, another one. While we're talking about someone needs to press Kanayi, and when I'm talking about press, what's the next match? Press. Come on,
Reno. I can't even think of the card right now. You got me so.
Reno Masic versus
Reno versus
Ibrahim.
Oh my Segov, yeah, okay, Ibrahim Segov,
yeah.
So now it makes sense to hear press.
Well, that's also that heavyweight world title, right? So that's a
yes, it's heavyweight world title, yeah.
Man, I'm impressed with Reno. Reno's versatile, like he can do a lot. Yeah. Segov has a ridiculously strong press.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you think that Reno has, like, he can pull in different ways, but do you think that we know that his main move is the press, but do you think that his secondary style outside would be good enough to beat the primary style of Ibrahim Sagov? You saw Sanders tried to go out, he couldn't. Chance show. It is very, very hard to get Chance in. And, you know, whenever you go in like this, and then he just usually beats people. But he actually turned him in and pressed him. So I don't think that any of these guys will be able to go outside. I think the match is going to go inside, but I don't know who's going to win. Wow, it's incredible. My elbow joint already.
This match is 50-50 for me. Yeah.
And you, Michael, what do you say?
I'm going for Reno. I think Reno's going to pull it out.
But I think it's which style? Inside, outside?
I think he might end up just outlasting him inside. I think he just might dogfight this thing out, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Do welterweight gold.
Yeah, this is a rematch, right? This is a rematch.
Yes. Against Vladimir Mairo. Listen,
Listen, Vladimir was insane.
We talked about the matches. I'm getting already so excited, you know. Do you also get excited when you have your own match? Does this card excite you, or you have so much like to do with your own problem, and then this like?
So all the matches I'm a fan and want to watch. What I try to do now is not get too invested where I get too adrenaline before my match.
Yes.
Because I don't want to waste all my adrenaline getting excited about matches.
You're probably not going to watch, right? That time. You are not going to watch that time, right? You are not going to watch the matches.
I'll probably have to watch them. Yeah. I'm just trying to sit there and stay calm, right? Just sit there and stay calm because I'm still a fan. Like, just like you, I'm still a fan of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And I want to see the outcomes. So the problem, the biggest thing will be to sit there, watch the match,
and control your adrenaline.
Of course, which is going to be difficult. That's what I'm saying. Like when Corey and I were on the same card, and I was up there working his corner, that destroyed me for my match. Like I had already had all this adrenaline dump, and then I'm like, oh shit, you know. So I'm trying.
Talking about in Orlando?
No.
You're talking about this versus was 5, was it?
It was whenever I lost to Angerbayev.
I think it was 5, yeah. So what do you think about Samusha versus Vladimir Mairo?
So listen, you cannot bet against Samusha because he does the impossible every time. But
do you think that he will do that forever?
I don't know. But I think Vladimir has the biggest chance of anyone yet because this will be his second shot, and he damn near got him the first time.
Yeah. And the
He
thing
was
is
just
that
coming back too, right?
do you agree that, like my opinion, anyone who needs to like who wants to beat Samusha needs to really totally dominate his
Oh,
pronate.
you have, yeah.
Yeah,
If you
you
let him
take
have
his risk.
anything,
You take
yeah.
his risk. He has pronate. He's still pressing you like this. You need
Right.
to really cut this connection here.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
this guy, Vladimir Myrov, has incredible wrist flexor. Did you see him against Adam Orzinski?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he really controlled
Oh my
here.
God. How bad
Yeah.
was that? Like that
Yeah.
was horrible. And Adam's strong. Like,
Adam is very strong. Yeah, this is what I am saying. That so somebody who wants to beat Samusha really need to control. Top row, he's take his wrist. He will beat you sometimes even easier than he beats you in hook.
right.
Yeah, because whenever you over pronate, you are actually missing here and pressure over his pronate. You are going
Right.
like this, and then his shoulder, backside of his shoulder is so strong that he even beat Sasha with the dead wrist.
How crazy was that? That was so crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, you took Sasha, who is a inside puller, and he had to go outside. And then because he couldn't, I mean, it's just crazy. That match, I'm telling you, it's hard to bet against Samusha, but Vladimir almost did it the first time, and he was fresh off the couch, it seemed like. And now he's had some time back. Vladimir has a very good shot.
And Lars?
Samusha.
Samusha.
I think they will pull it off this time as well.
There is another thing about Samusha that every match, trust me, I see him, he's getting stronger. He looks stronger. If you tell me, Engin, best of you could beat Samusha a year ago or 1.5 years ago, I said, yeah. Now, how are you going to finish him, you know? Just
I mean, like you said, you got to be able to turn him up.
Yeah. And then when you do top roll, it is even harder. Let's go to the next one. Vitaly Laletin and Dizarano. Last 5 matches. No, I'm not gonna talk about Genadi match. So last 4 matches.
You want to say Vitaly.
Okay.
But Zornov is such a unknown because he looks like he just keeps getting stronger.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. Like I can't even make a prediction because logic tells you Vitaly because he's on the ascendant, and that's a lot of people want to see him pull Levon. You know, we want to see that rematch. But Zornov might be the dark horse. Yeah. He might be the dude. Like he might beat us all. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. That guy's crazy.
We need this match to see.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, that dark horse you said, right?
Right. Yeah.
He's the guy.
It's one of the most exciting matches, I think, because we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he top rode Rivas. Like he didn't just beat him; he top rode him. I mean, holy shit! Like,
just think this way. Think this way. He beat Ivan Matushenko at WAF right and left at 110 kilo category.
Yeah.
And when you saw in real life, close up, he was a scary dude.
Dude, he was so thick.
His hands, his wrist, his
Zornov, so thick.
I am telling you, the guy.
He's like a cinder block wall.
Did you ever touch his shoulder and go like this or back? He doesn't even move. You feel like
it's like a cinder. It's like a cinder block wall, like this moving, like the thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's solid.
And the way that he talks and everything, you know, you just like, I mean, like V8 engine, you know. It is a sound of high level something, you know. But okay, Irakli Zerakashvili, Georgi Tautiev.
So,
do you know Tautiev?
That dude's amazing.
Yeah,
he's a giant with crazy. Remember when he beat Dmitry Trubin like in the last couple of years?
Yeah. Do you know how tall he is?
6'7".
He is only 1.5 inch shorter than
Vitaly. Yeah. So 6'7.5".
6'7".
Yeah. Fuck, giant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so thin and sinewy, like a Kevin Bongard, but this crazy top roll. But I still think Irakli.
Because he's so strong.
Man, Irakli impresses me a lot. Like, I mean, I know he lost to Dodican. I know he lost. The Dodican loss was crazy because I had no idea that Dodican was going to beat him like that. But Irakli looks like he keeps progressing. I mean, he trains the best arm wrestler in the world, right? So, I still think Irakli.
Mm. And I think that the winner of this match should pull in 95 kilo world title against Todd.
Ooh.
Ooh,
yes.
yeah.
I mean, listen, I think Todd Hutchins is a 95 kg guy. I think he's the champ.
Yeah, he's pulling.
What weight is Todd?
He always comes Istanbul 100 kilos. Sorry, Lars.
Yeah, what weight is Todd on Yushi?
105.
Yeah.
105. Yeah.
I think 95. Todd's the champ.
Okay, like we already have all the adrenaline out, even by talking. But now you have Ivan Matushenko versus Alijan Muradov.
Bro, that's insane. Alizon, listen, I've never seen anyone do what he did to Prudnik
And Hermes.
and Ermi. That shit was like, how do you do that? Because they're so good. Like their level is so high, and he made them look like they didn't even belong on the table. So, and as much as I love Matushenko, if he can't pin him quickly, I see no path for him to win.
Yeah, but just say that he couldn't beat quickly, but he caught him right here. Yeah, and then Alijan is here, like,
and if he keeps him out there long enough.
Yeah, because it will be harder.
The moment Alizon gets this one and then looks at him,
in the center, he has more chance. Alijan, I always say that Alijan very fast, but Alijan is fast in more like body moving this way, while Matushenko is the wrist. He goes like and he really dominates somebody's pronation, so you cannot really hit him. You saw his match against Morozov, how he put him to the losing position. If the elbow pads were like same as the East versus West pad, the score would be closer.
So are they switching that? Is the King of the Table going to switch to the East versus West table?
Yes, it needs to. Yes.
It has to. Like if you're having world titles on the line at both, they have to have the same table.
Change the.
We got to have the same elbow pads.
The reason that we made that thing, because the elbows we don't want the matches
all over the place.
And the foul, You remember I decided that after Jerry versus Genadi match.
Of course, because elbows are all over the place.
And I said from now on, elbow from each side 1 centimeter bigger. But anything gets out, directly we call foul. Anything from back, side, front. Lars, how do you see this match?
I'm hoping for Matushenko, but I'm not sure. It's hard to say. But I'm rooting for Matushenko for sure. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, and
he is a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
But so that's the thing about Alizon. He is so respectful. Every time I see him, they're so happy to see me and stuff. He's super nice. Mm-hmm. But that dude is
at the table.
He is so like, even though his forearms and hands, everything looks big. When you see him in person, he doesn't look that intimidating until you look at his arms.
It's just the face and everything. Just
and his frame isn't that big. Like he doesn't have a really big frame. So when you see him, you're like, Yeah, and then when he grabs a hold of you, it's like, holy shit! Like, what is this?
Forearm, the left forearm, it looks like a superhero like character, from the Get Out from the comics or something.
But don't you think, even if he dominates a lot of people, what he do is going straight into Matushenko's good lane as well?
Well, that's what he's saying, is that Matushenko's ability to snap here and get down fast.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going Matushenko's best lane. I think what is best for Matushenko, if somebody tries to top roll, boom, and then you are like this.
Unless it's Vitaly, because Matushenko can't hook Vitaly, can he?
Like when they pull super matches, I think first 2 rounds with right arm, Matushenko hook him and beat him. But
and the next he gets thrown
and
out.
Vitaly get much bigger, and I think he's right now 20 kilo heavier.
See, the thing is, I think Alizon might, like, if Alizon wins this, he needs to be pulling for the overall world title because he might be the guy.
No, he will not pull. Vitaly and Morozov will pull.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
After that,
if he beats Matushenko, there's a good chance.
This match, he will have the next
105 and 115.
And imagine if he wins that 3 world titles.
And actively holds all of them. If he held all world titles, that'd be stupid.
He will be like left arm John Burzing, Not about the quality, but the pound for pound effectiveness.
Absolutely,
yeah. Let's go to the last one.
Devin and Petrenko.
Devin and not Prudnik, but Petrenko.
Petrenko,
Yeah.
you got to pick Devin as a favorite, especially now. Okay, so you probably have the same inside information that I have. Devin has to lose a lot of weight. Like,
yeah,
he is heavy.
yeah.
And this is going to be a big cut for him.
Yeah.
The fact that he's put back on so much weight was crazy.
How much have you put back?
I don't know if I can say on here. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It's a lot. Like, it's a whole lot. But how do you pick against Devin? Okay, so think about this. And I know you and I are both, we've talked about a 105 Devin is not the super heavyweight Devin. We know this.
Yeah.
But in your mind, when Devin was going after Levon, did you ever see him doing to Hermes what he did to Hermes?
I thought that there was a possibility him to stop him or something, but not right away.
Oh my God. So if that Devin is the same Devin that shows up, that's
no.
It's more than that. It was 73. But yeah, if that's the Devin that shows up,
it cannot be the same Devin. I don't think 105.
I'm just saying in his hand and wrist. In his hand and wrist. If he's the same Devin,
even the hand and wrist needs to be supported with the arm. Your hand and wrist may be strong, but if your arm is not strong, it is just gonna stay there. Like,
well, okay. So here's my prediction. The only way Petrenko can win is if he goes right through him 4 times. If the match stops and Devin puts any kind of bleed on him, the tide turns, Devin wins.
I mean, that is the general scenario that always happens.
We all know, right?
Yeah. That's something happens.
But outside of that, if we're saying we don't know how strong Devin actually is, or how strong he's going to be at this lighter weight, although he'll make 105, he'll rebound to 115 probably. You know what I'm saying? Like the day of competition, he's going to be way heavier.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I remember, he was very good at dropping and back up and still be strong.
Yeah. So
if you still have that ability, I think Devin for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick Devin. I mean, and I love Petrenko. Like, I have huge respect for him, and because he's Pushkar student, and we love Pushkar's wife. We have so much respect for that whole camp. I mean, Andre Pushkar will always have a special place in my heart, right?
Yeah.
So love Petrenko, love what he did with Dodican, love what he did. Obviously, what he did with Dodican hurt me because it kept me from winning a world title. So, damn it!
But I will tell you something. Just think this way. If Devin goes down to 105, and if he pulls Hutchings, would you accept an easy match?
Would I think that would be an easy match?
Yeah, if both are 105.
No.
But I will just say this. Like, Daddy can beat Tatashings, and Daddy can beat Tatashings in hook, and he brought him down. Like, Todd took him here, Todd catch him and bring him here, and Daddy can stop him and still beat him. What I'm just saying that Todd also has very good endurance when the match is stopped and he gets his position, and Daddy can kind of, I cannot say exhausted him, but his endurance also was there, and he was stronger. And this Petrenko
destroyed him.
I mean, he beat him. He beat Dodican.
So round one, it looks like Dodican's going to kill him because of the
whenever the strap. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Petrenko just puts on this turbocharger or something and runs him over. And you're like, holy crap, how do you do that? So yeah, I mean, if that isn't accurate, if you can go Todd lost to Dodican lost to Petrenko, if that's
not
accurate,
really, not really.
I know, but I'm just saying if you can somehow gauge his.
Saying that it may not be like that far. Like also like on Garbev, like if 105 Devon pulls 105 on Garbev, I wouldn't expect an easy match. Like it would be, but the Devon.
Well, I wouldn't expect an easy match, but I would expect a 3-0 match.
3-0 match. You say that he would,
or 4-0. I think Devin would win 4-0, but it would be difficult. He would exhaust him. He'd wear him out. He'd fatigue him. He'd go multiple places.
So you think that Ongarbev cannot do those, because Ongarbev technically is very good. The reason that he couldn't do against Todd because Todd never stopped the pressure. The guy but sometimes he brought him here, still couldn't finish him because and against Petrenko, he really couldn't do anything,
No. But I mean, apparently he had a wrist surgery or something after that, or something.
After that, I don't know if it's wrist. Yeah, I think wrist or
something.
elbow or something.
It was something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Petrenko's the 105 champ for a reason. You know, he's a bad dude. But I would have to say, and this is just, I'd say 60-40 Devin. Could be 70-30 Devin. I don't know, but I think you got to pick Devin.
You will be surprised if Petrenko wins. That's basically what you're saying.
Not. I mean, surprised, not like necessarily.
If he beats Devin, like pins Devin 4 times, 4 rounds, you will be surprised. You will
I
be
would,
like, wow.
I would be surprised if he pins.
Yeah,
him
you
4
would
times.
just say that.
You're
Wow,
right. You're right.
I wasn't expecting this. You know, yeah, I would be. I mean, he's very, very strong, and to win, he needs to dominate.
That's the only way to win. That's the only way to win. And he might be strong enough to dominate. He might be.
That is the only way. That is the only. But another thing that when sometimes, especially the last round or something, the match stopped with Dadikian. The Dadikian that whose endurance was good enough against Todd and whose endurance is good. Petrenko still won that round when the match stopped. Yeah. Okay, so any message for Genadi before we finish? It is exactly 1.5 hours, and we will.
What can I say to Genadi?
Well,
I hope everything's okay. I hope nothing bad happened is why you missed this. Look forward to getting back here on a podcast with him and us have a little back and forth. But only message is, do not look past me. Do not underestimate me. This is a different Michael Todd than you faced last time.
He better not underestimate you, because I think that your form right now is very good. Your form is very good. If he underestimates you, especially in his current condition when he's coming back, it would be a mistake. He's very, very confident guy, but I think he will be taking you very seriously. Yeah.
I think he needs to. I think so.
This man, he sleeps, he trains, he eats, he sleeps, he trains, he watches arm wrestling videos. I'm staying and I see how he lives.
He's living. He's living.
You can see the fire in his eyes.
Yeah, that is why the conversation took 1.5 hours, because I asked the guys, like some of the guys I invite here, I said, who's gonna win? Devin. Next question. Who's gonna win? There is no even opinion. There is nothing. Nothing. Just like opinion is there, but no details. Nothing. And while Michael is just breaking down every detail and this and
he has
that.
So much knowledge.
Knowledge, and he loves it. He loves it. He likes to talk.
Well, we all do, man. We look how much of our life, you and I especially, look how much of our life we have dedicated to this craft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not talking just years. Think of the years. But how much of those years was taken up thinking about arm wrestling? Like, think of your life for the last 34 years. How much have you thought about arm wrestling in 34 years? And you're 50 years old. So 34 years, how much have you thought about arm wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, especially the early career, I think there was nothing. Even if when I was in the US, if I had to wash a glass, I was washing like this.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's so funny, and I'm so thankful. So on that note, I know we gotta get off here, but what you've done with East versus West, and obviously what Don's done with King of the Table, but bringing in Robert Baxter and the potential right now, like you and I have been around a long time. We've hoped arm wrestling is gonna go, and then it comes, and it goes, and it comes. Right now, like you said, we are very close to becoming mainstream.
Yeah,
like we are on the cusp.
Yeah.
And yes, it's going to benefit us. Yes, it's going to be, but the future generations of arm wrestling may have a career where they can truly just be professional athletes. Like,
have you ever seen arm wrestling this close to that? Have you ever seen anything like what you saw at the East versus West 12 and East versus West 14? Have you ever seen a crowd in arm wrestling like that? Have you ever seen? I have never seen.
Of course not. Of course, and these are paid attendance.
Yes,
these are people paid.
They are not there to compete, and while they are watching, these guys travel.
Think about this for a second. And these are two different things. Obviously, North America, East versus West 14, Orlando. It's a place. It's a destination that people would bring their family. They would come to. Whatever. Obviously, that's going to have a great attendance. But your event in Istanbul, Turkey, and no offense, people probably don't vacation to Istanbul a whole lot. from here. The amount of people who came to you to watch that event and paid not just the ticket price, but the airfare and the people who did VIPs, that their whole trips, that was a vacation to Maldives.
Michael, I can tell you that 98% of the Orlando spectators were from North America.
Right.
And East versus West 12, I can say more than half came from all around the world.
Exactly.
To the Devon. But I'm telling you, it was incredible. One of the reasons that the atmosphere in the US was better than anywhere else. When the competition is happening in Istanbul, people say it's in the East. No, it is in Turkey. And there is maybe one competitor at that level or two maximum till now. So, but in North America, more than half of the competitors were from there. So those crowd was supporting their guy.
Yeah.
But whenever in Istanbul, people comes from all around the world and athletes. American says that it is East, but trust me, all those athletes are coming from different countries as well. They don't have their own spectators there. You understand?
Right. No, they don't. Yeah.
So that is why in America, the event was just most likely North America versus the world or US versus the world. And there was a lot of patriotic feelings involved.
Of course there was.
I heard, I heard and what I saw. So that is incredible. And as you said, we have never been this close to.
No, dude, like the fact that you have 1,000-person paid attendance to watch arm wrestling, and it wasn't like just watching arm wrestling for a couple hours. We're watching arm wrestling for like 6 hours. You know what I mean? Like this has never existed before.
But those people will never forget that experience.
No, absolutely not. So I mean, like this is the sport of arm wrestling, the community, everyone owes you a huge thank you and gratitude for everything. But like at the end of the day, it's because you love. Rebecca has so much fun watching you at the press conferences when they do the face-offs, because you always have this huge smile on your face because you're always so excited. You know what I mean? Because you're just as invested as a fan because you want to. The reason these matches are so good is because you want to see the matches too. You're like, this will be a great match. I want to see who wins, and that's
yeah.
I mean, that's exciting, and that's what makes.
And I'm doing that during very tiring weekend. We like every hour, every day, 3-4 hours sleep. You run there, and you have so much stress, financial stress, production stress, and a lot of stress. But I am still there and trying to enjoy. I wish like I didn't have that stress, and I would be just like sit there and then don't tell me anything, don't bother me. Even I would even turn the phone off. And then just I would just watch it. I really like to watch Orlando. I wasn't there. I still had the stress as an organizer, but I don't understand why some people really like don't like what is happening. That East versus West is the closest thing and biggest hope that we ever had. And I don't understand what kind of problems they may have or something, but I really hope that everyone will understand what's going on.
At the end of the day, there's always going to be an organization who wants to do this or wants to do that, but at the end, we need East versus West. We need a global entity that can expose us, the arm wrestlers, the athletes, to the world. And this is exciting. But hey, brother, I appreciate it. He and I got to eat. We got to eat. We're both shrinking over here. We got to go eat. But yeah, God bless Genadi. Hope everything's okay. God bless you. We'll do this again. Just let me know when. And I still got 3 more weeks of training. So
yeah, go ahead and train and just stay safe. And then let's enjoy. You guys take care. Thank you, Lars, and thank you, Michael. And
of course, brother.
Say hello to Rebecca, please.
Will do, buddy. Be good. Take care.
Take care.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.